So without further ado, let me welcome our able chairman, Mr. Richard Nyaga, just to make the opening remarks and then we proceed.
This is our 60th BTS, so you can imagine we have been running this activity for almost 10 years, and through it we have been able to interact and actually discuss very topical subjects affecting us and affecting our nation. Today we have a very interesting debate which concerns all of us. That is title is what is the place of urban planning in promoting sustainable urban development in Kenya. We, like any other country around the world, we are experiencing a very high rate of urbanization, particularly so in the last 5 years since devolution. Currently, 26% of our population lives in urban centers, up from 15% maybe 10 years ago. By 2030, which is less than 15 years from now, the urbanized population in Kenya will be 33%. And by 2050, we will be at about 44–45% urbanized population. Our city, capital city alone, currently at 4 million people, we will be hosting almost 14–15 million people. This is a big population. And unless, of course, we plan for these things, it's going to be a terrible challenge for all of us, for the authorities. We all know that urbanization comes with benefits, it comes with challenges. We know, of course, the developed countries have been able to manage this process for many years. For us, we don't have the luxury of that time. And one of the most important tools for ensuring that an urban area remains efficient, sustainable, and functional is to make sure we have efficient, futuristic urban development planning. And among the greatest contributors to the development challenges Kenya faces today, unfortunate is the failure to effectively implement and adhere to development plans. We have beautiful plans, but they are never implemented. You all know what is happening in our capital city, in other population centers around the country. Some developers, very unscrupulous, have violated the development regulations with impunity. And this has led to uncontrolled and illegal structures in many parts of the urban centers. As we speak, the World Urban Forum is going on in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where leaders from around the globe are discussing how to implement the new urban agenda adopted by the United Nations Conference on Housing and Sustainable Urban Development in 2016. It's, however, very important to know that the successful implementation of this new urban agenda, and by extension, sustainable development goals, will require proper planning in urban areas. Kenya has put in place a number of initiatives aimed at promoting sustainable urban development. There are a number of planning legislations and zoning policies designed to provide guidance on how to handle development issues. However, there's been a weakness in implementation of the laws. Those who follow the news in the media, you recall that very recently there was an attempt to review certain zoning policies in Nairobi for zones 4, 5, and 15, which is actually Kilimani. I think we have Lavington. We have places like Roresho, Dagoretti. And we are, of course, very concerned about this. We are opposed to it because it doesn't take into account the strictures which impede some of these initiatives, particularly lack of adequate infrastructure and, of course, lack of certain facilities, sewer systems are not there. There is inadequate water in some of those areas. So actually opening up for massive development and increased population is going to worsen the situation, particularly in the capital city. Already residents of most of the areas in Nairobi are facing service delivery challenges, which have been caused by over densification of building development, which are not supported by infrastructure availability. Again, most urban areas in Kenya are not short of examples of areas that were hitherto well planned, but have now deteriorated into semi-slums as a result of uncontrolled planning and uncontrolled development. We have engaged the county government in Nairobi on this matter, and we expect to have an acceptable way forward, hopefully very soon. For other urban centers in other counties, I think there is need for them to respond appropriately, because at least this is not a bigger challenge for them. Now they have an opportunity to plan their urban centers as we move forward. Our forum today is intended to interrogate the importance of planning to the achievement of sustainable urban development in Kenya. We actually today have experts on the planning matters to share with us on the importance of planning and what is to be done to ensure that Kenya remains in the path of sustainable development. And related to planning, we are pleased that there is interest in the county governments to establish county urban boards as provided for in the Urban Areas and Cities Act. We at KARA support the establishment of these boards, as they will not only lead to proper delivery of service to taxpayers, but they will also ensure there is effective representation of non-state actors in decision-making at the county level. And we are very happy, of course, to have Mr. Oluoch here today with us from the Council of Governors. When he's here, we know that we have all the 47 counties here with us. And we hope moving forward, we'll be working with the counties to make sure that we contribute whatever little we can to the evolution of good planning for urban centers in their areas. We urge all the resident associations in Nairobi and elsewhere and other communities to take a very keen interest and an active part in the management of their counties. You have to initiate. You are not begging, you are part of it. But to make sure you offer your services to the county in the process of planning and decision making. This is good for all of us. I know we have a long morning with us. We have many experts. I don't want to continue too long, but I just wish to thank all of you for turning up. It's always a very challenging experience to drive in our city in the mornings because of the traffic jam. And I know some may be on the road for the next maybe a few minutes before they get here. But I wish you all a very big welcome. Please feel free to participate in the debate and to ask our experts questions. And that way, we can help our country, our counties, move forward in a positive, successful way. Thank you very much, everybody, and karibuni.